Hey guys, it's Raz here, and in this video I'm going to explore a couple of theories that I have or that have been floating around that have to do with Sansa and if she might actually be pregnant. I was originally going to do a recap video about episode 5, but it actually had a lot going on, so I've decided to break it down into a couple of uploads instead, which you can find on this channel or on Super Fusion Bros, where I did one on Hodor's resurrection and Benjen's return. Now this theory has very little backing to it, but it might not be entirely out of the question to happen in the TV show. So anyway, Sansa is talking about the horrific and unspeakable things Ramsay has done to her, but what she said that caught me off guard, and might have another meaning to it, is when she said something along the lines of, "I can still feel it. I don't mean in my tender heart it still pains me so. I can still feel what he did in my body standing here right now." Now if you look back at the past episodes and seasons, even from the very start, a big question for Sansa, and a reoccurring one, was if she had flowered yet, and is she ready for childbirth. And when that moment finally happened, it was a bit of a nightmare for her. Luckily though, she was not deemed worthy for Joffrey, and instead intended to Tyrion, who respected her, so it seemed like this whole nightmare could have been forgotten, and that she wouldn't be paraded as a prize of beauty and ability only worthy for childbearing and making heirs. However, we definitely know that Ramsay does not respect her, and he is much crueler and smarter than Joffrey, and if he wanted to plant himself as the rightful heir of House Bolton, then he would have made sure that he secured a line of succession. Remember, Roose Bolton took a large gamble allowing Ramsay to marry Sansa, as she was wanted by their allies, the Lannisters, for being accused of killing the king, and if they found out that she has been with the Boltons the whole time, it could break their alliance and possibly start a war. Roose needed to know that Ramsay could make use of this gamble so they could properly secure the North and the trust of the other northern houses. And Ramsay needed to prove to his father that he was a worthy heir, even as a legitimized bastard, because his stepmother was pregnant and it could be with the boy, but we all know how that turned out. Another reason that could further this plotline is when Sansa is singled out as the only person having difficulty eating the food at the Night's Watch, but that could be just for the singular fact that the food was prepared by the Night's Watch. But on top of that, she even made herself a new dress, possibly to accommodate room for the growing baby. And in some pictures and some scenes, it looks as though her belly might be bulging out a little bit more than usual. So for these reasons, I feel as though there's a possibility for Sansa to be pregnant with Ramsay's child, which wouldn't be too strange to ask from Game of Thrones, especially with the history of making things super awkward between characters. And even if it doesn't happen, another important thing to take away from her conversation with Baelish is that she's becoming a lot more like him. She's learning how to keep secrets from her allies, and she even knows how to pull their strings emotionally and find out people's desires, like when she hands over a replica of Ned Stark's uniform to Jon, a gift that reminds him of a man he truly admired, and by wearing it, he might start to feel like a true Stark for the first time in his 2 lives, something that he's always wanted. So thanks for sharing your time with me, I hope it was worth it, and if you want to see other Game of Thrones videos, be sure to subscribe to this channel and to Super Fusion Bros, where you can find other theory videos as well as special previews and episode recaps. I'll see you guys later.